Hello everyone and welcome back to another series of Warcry. So this time we are taking a look at initiative. And as you might have been able to tell from the title, we are looking at dice rolling because that's what initiative is all about. And when I say I rolled 60 million dice, that's what I did. Now I didn't roll them physically, but I did it with the computer. So the reason why I did this was that I recently saw a video on YouTube by an up and coming small YouTuber like me, who was talking about initiative, and he tried to put some numbers on things. However, he tried to do it mathematically. For example, calculating how likely it is to roll a single double or something. And his maths are just wrong. It's very, very difficult to do this mathematically. It's a very highly complex mathematical formula, which I don't understand, and it's very difficult to do. So I thought, how could I tackle this problem? And I figured, well, the best idea would be to actually do a simulation. So I asked my brother, who actually knows a bit about programming, if he could help me do this, and he did. And together we wrote a program which actually allowed us to roll 6 dice for 10 million times and look at the results. So what's the point of this? Well, first off, we need to identify what are the possible results that we can roll on 6 dice, right? If we are rolling 6 dice for our Warcry initiative, what are the results we can actually achieve? Well, there's the result of rolling all singles, then the possibility of rolling 1 double, 2 doubles, 3 doubles, 1 triple, 2 triples, a triple and a double, a quad and a double, and those are all the ones that are interesting for Warcry. And then there's obviously 5 of a kind and 6 of a kind. Those two can happen as well, even though they would both only count as a quad in Warcry. So those are all the possible outcomes when throwing 6 dice. Now, running the simulation, the PC then, we set it so it automatically finds whether in a dice throw it only had 1 double, 2 doubles, 3 doubles, and so on. And then we calculated the possibilities as the probabilities. So we didn't calculate them, in fact, but it's just statistically how often did it happen. So out of the 10 million dice rolls, we had 1.5% of all singles. So it's pretty unlikely in your Warcry games that you'll ever roll this result. So rolling all singles, quite unlikely. Rolling 1 double exactly is not as unlikely. It's 23.1%. So it happens quite often, and I think you'd agree you've all seen this happen in your own games as well. Rolling 2 doubles has a probability of 34.7%, so even more likely than rolling 1. However, rolling 3 doubles is very unlikely again. So rolling exactly 3 doubles on 6 dice is quite unlikely. Rolling 1 triple gives you a 15.4% chance, 2 triples only a 0.64% chance. So again, whenever you have you wish to have all dice results be something of value, so for example the 3 doubles or the 2 triples or the all singles, so where all the dice results are defined, the probabilities get very slim. Rolling a triple and a double, on the other hand, is quite likely. That's pretty much the same likelihood as rolling 1 triple, actually. Rolling a quad is only 3.9%, so just about 4%. So you see rolling a natural quad is quite rare. Rolling a quad and a double, again, just below 1% chance, so not very likely at all. And then we've got the 5 of a kind and 6 of a kind. If you ever see 6 of a kind, you should take a picture because that happens really, really, really rarely. So as you can see here, 0.01%. So that's 1 in 1,000, sorry, 1 in 10,000 times. That is highly unlikely. Anyways, what does this mean? What do we care for? Well, I think what's interesting here is there's 4 results that are definitely most likely to happen, and in most cases you'll get one of these 4. So there's rolling 1 double, rolling 2 doubles, rolling 1 double, triple, or a triple and a double. These 3 added together are a chance of 88.5%. So out of obviously 100% of dice throws, most of your dice throws, almost 90% of them, will result in either one of these 4 results. Obviously you can see the most likely thing is rolling 2 doubles. So what's the point now? So what does this mean? What can we do with this information? Well, I think firstly it's very nice to know that with a wild dice you will almost always have a triple available. So obviously you can add a wild dice to a double, so all you need to do is roll a double and you will be able to guarantee having a triple. So if you have a very important leader ability, for example the war or something, that is really important to your warband functioning, and you know it's a triple, then you will almost always be able to guarantee that. So there's only the chance of rolling all singles where you won't be able to get the triple. So that's already very nice. Furthermore, I found that quads are very unreliable. So only in 47% of the cases you'll roll a triple or better. So even with a wild dice, you can definitely not guarantee having a quad at all. So only in about half of your initiative rolls you should be able to get a quad. So really, that's one of the reasons why I definitely recommend not putting all your stones in that basket of a quad. Like, don't rely on that. Don't rely on getting a rampage last turn. Don't rely on a big like damage ability that hits all opponents around you. Getting a quad is definitely not guaranteed. And really, that's all you can take away from this for your Warcry games. Oops, sorry, I'm going to show you this again. Just so, well, great. Yeah, just because I think the numbers are interesting, just so you guys have an idea what you're most likely to roll. I think it might influence some people's decisions on what models they want to bring. For example, models who only have a quad ability might not be as good. Models who require triples are decent, but I don't think bringing more than 1 a turn is really that useful. However, remember that if you have 2 doubles, you can at least have one of them be a triple with your wild die. So probably relying on a triple and a double each turn might be a lot more likely than relying on a quad or something. So anyways, those were my 2 cents. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and see you guys next time.